Recently, I got back from a 1-week stay at the Hilton Cancun All-Inclusive Resort. There is a lot to talk about, but this video focuses on dinner at the Hilton Cancun. I have mentioned in some of my other Hilton Cancun videos how essential it is to pick up one of these activity sheets when you check in. This sheet will tell you what restaurants are available, times and days they are open, and also says when the specialty nights are. During this video, I'm also going to be talking about making dinner reservations, which is necessary for certain restaurants. Let's get into it. You'll have 9 options for dinner. Azulinda and room service are 2 options for dinner, but as the menus are exactly the same as lunch, I won't cover these again. Just watch my lunch Hilton Cancun video for more details. Vela is a buffet-only restaurant open for dinner every night. Although the food changes slightly each night, I would not say there are cuisine themes to each night. Let me show you the food. Although I was happy with the quality of the food, the buffet is smaller than other all-inclusive resorts I have been to. Quality over quantity though, right? You certainly won't leave hungry, but Vela was not my preferred dinner option. I'm sure if I was forced to eat at Vela every night, I would likely get bored of the variety. Fortunately, there are other options. Although Sunan is sold as an a la carte dinner option, the truth is, depending on how busy the resort is, Sunan may only offer a buffet option. Your activity sheet will tell you which days, if any, Sunan is a buffet. The day I went to Sunan for dinner, it was disappointingly a buffet setup. Let me show you the dinner menu when it is a la carte. Now let's take a look at the food when Sunan is a buffet. If you watched my Hilton Cancun lunch video, you already know I was not impressed with the food at Sunan. Unfortunately, the dinner was not any better. Listen, the food is totally edible. I just think that the chefs don't know how to make Asian dishes. Part of the issue is access to authentic ingredients. You can tell substitutions are made for local ingredients. I'm not going to sit here harping on Sunan. I'll just say if you skip Sunan, you are not missing out. Every dining option I mentioned from this point forward requires a dinner reservation. I did try to get into a restaurant without a reservation, but was quickly denied. When I originally booked my trip, I knew that dinner reservations would be required, and that they are made through the online app. During check-in, I was told that dinner reservations must be made at the reservation desk. I was told it was just for the month. Looking at the Hilton Cancun app today, link in description, I see it mentions the reservation desk. So if you are going to Hilton Cancun, expect to have to stand in line to make dinner reservations. Don't know if online reservations will ever come back. Let me try to quickly summarize my experience at the reservation desk. First, whatever time it opens, be there 30 to 60 minutes before it opens to be sure you are the first in line. Unless they have changed their policy, you can only make 3 dinner reservations at a time. The reservations must be for the next 72 hours, meaning you can't book a reservation for a Monday and a Wednesday and a Sunday. The reservations must be back to back, so if you're booking on Monday, you book a Monday, a Tuesday, and a Wednesday. At the reservation desk, there are menus for each restaurant, but please don't sit there looking at the menus. Check out the menus online before going to the reservation desk. The goal is to keep the line moving quickly. Once your reservations are entered into the computer, you'll be given a card that says the restaurant name, date, and time of your reservation. As long as you know which restaurants you want and you get there early enough, you should be able to get the reservations you want. But be flexible with the dates and times, as certain restaurants, like Auma, fill up faster than others. Also, specialty nights do need reservations as well. As for which restaurants you should reserve, let me tell you about my experience at each one. Since I went to Luce twice for dinner, I have to say it was my favorite dining experience. Just a fantastic atmosphere. If you can, sit closer to the back of the restaurant, near or past the bar. Let me show you the menu and what I tried over my 2 dinners. Food was great. Atmosphere was great. Service was great. Even the cocktails were top notch. Not sure why this popped into my head, but I ordered a dirty martini. It's a drink I think I've had maybe twice, but I remember it being very good. This dirty martini was unbelievable. Never had a more perfect cocktail that fit with my dining experience so well. Not surprising that Auma was the most popular restaurant, as it is the closest to a steakhouse Hilton Cancun has. Inside, it has an open kitchen design, but if I was ever to go back, I would ask to sit outside. Definitely do not sit in the first booth by the entrance. That's where I sat, and throughout my entire dinner, people who were waiting to be seated were constantly looking at my table to see the food. It's a me thing maybe, but I felt very uncomfortable. I had to angle myself away from them as I could see them looking in my peripheral vision. So I was sitting like this the whole time. Here's the menu and the food I tried. Got to say, I was actually pretty disappointed with Auma. It's certainly not a skip, but except for the ribs, I didn't love my meal. Even the desserts couldn't save it. If you're looking for some delicious grilled meats, Boho Night is much better, but I'll talk about that shortly. I've had many people ask me if you can order multiple dishes at an all-inclusive. The answer is, of course you can. And I'm going to give you a perfect example of that, which I experienced during my dinner at Maxal. But first, here's the menu and what I tried. Back to my story about ordering as much as you want at an all-inclusive resort. One of my dining companions said to me after we finished eating our main course, "I loved the fish taco appetizer so much, I'm going to order another one." And he did. Did the waiter have an issue with this? Of course not. All-inclusive means everything included. And if you want more of something, just ask. Time for dessert. You may have noticed that the Maxal menu did not include any desserts. That is because beyond what is on the menu, Maxal also offers a mini buffet of appetizers and desserts. Let me show you. I really enjoyed my dinner at Maxal, but feel the breakfast at Maxal is the better way to get an authentic Mexican meal. I have 2 regrets about my stay at the Hilton Cancun, and missing Mexican night is my first regret. I skipped it because I thought it was going to be similar to the Mexican night I experienced at the Ocean Riviera Paradise, which was a big letdown. Little did I know that the Mexican night at the Hilton Cancun would be amazing. Let me show you what I missed. If you go to the Hilton Cancun, don't make my mistake and skip Mexican night. Boho Night is my second regret. I didn't skip it, but I regret going to Boho Night on my last night at the Hilton Cancun. After a week of eating and drinking too much every day, by the time I sat down for Boho Night, I was so stuffed. This was really unfortunate, as Boho Night had the best food of the entire trip. There isn't exactly a menu. How it works is they'll take you to your table, tell you there's a salad bar and desserts you can help yourself to, then they bring the food to your table. There is a plate of side dishes. It consists of vegetables, mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, and rice. Then they'll bring the plate of mains. This consists of chicken, pork, beef, fish, and shrimp. What makes the food so good is how the mains are prepared. Unlike the meat at Sunan, which was dry and overcooked, the meats at Boho Night were seasoned and grilled to perfection. The waiter came over multiple times to ask us if we wanted any more of the sides or mains. As I mentioned previously, I was just too full from the week to ask for more. Really wish I wasn't, because the steak in particular was fantastic. Boho Night is a must not miss. I have a couple more videos to come talking about the Hilton Cancun All-Inclusive Resort, so please subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.